Welcome to the Maral Vegas show, where we talk with locals in the community to highlight one of my favorite things about Vegas, its people. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Maral Vegas show. We are on the Vegas Video Network, and thank you so much for watching and listening today. What is the Maral Vegas show, you say? Well, it is a show that will show you that Vegas is way more than the Strip. It's a place where you're going to discover some cool people and we'll learn a thing or two. I am all tongue-tied today. I haven't been in the studio for a while. I've been traveling the world like Lebanon and Armenia, and basically I've been all over the place, but I am happy to be here today. Today's guest is Andre Plaut. He is a nurse practitioner at iUVENTUS Medical Center. And guess what, guys? He's a Vegas local. I made a promise to my viewers, Andre, that all of my guests would be really cool guests, and you're one of them.
That's a lot of pressure.
You are cool. Come on. First of all, I want to just give a little bit of a background about Andre. He was a stylist and a salon owner for 20 years in New York City. He's from the East Coast like me. And he went to South Carolina. Out of all places, he went to South Carolina in 2002 and continued his education and completed his nursing degree and then his master's degree in science with a specialty in medical aesthetics. 2.5 years ago, he decided to move to Las Vegas. So welcome to the show, Andre. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Maral. I very much appreciate it.
The first question that I have for you is why aesthetics? Why aesthetic medicine? And then why Vegas?
All right. So the long and skinny answer is going to be that I decided halfway through my very expensive degree that I didn't really want to be around sick people.
Okay.
Because my background was in cardiology and I worked in the ICU for 14 years. And marrying my beauty background with medicine was a natural fit for medical aesthetics. Mm-hmm. So my degree is actually in acute care nursing, which means I take care of this. I'm qualified to take care of the sickest of the sick. Mm-hmm. But because I didn't want to be around sick people anymore, I wanted to be around wellness. Yeah. I focused on medical aesthetics.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I focused on medical aesthetics, and actually my beauty training was the progression was natural to medical aesthetics.
Yeah.
So that's how it got to medical aesthetics. And why Vegas?
Yeah.
Well, I was in a tiny little pond in a tiny little city in South Carolina and decided to expand my horizon. There wasn't the work that I wanted. I decided to do a nationwide job search, and Vegas scooped me up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I came here sight unseen. I know we've had this discussion, so we can share with everybody.
Yeah.
I came sight unseen. You know, I didn't have a Skype interview. The people that I came to work for didn't. They needed a nurse practitioner, and I was available, and that's how I ended up here.
And do you like Vegas?
I love Las Vegas. I love Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas is the love child of New York City and Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Actually. So I was burned out of New York, and Greenville was too low energy for me. So Las Vegas is a perfect happy medium.
Yeah, definitely high energy here, that's for sure. How are the people different? You said it's the love child of New York, but would you say the people are the same or different? Like how, as far as like the customer base you get, or?
Well, people are people.
Yeah.
And
people are people.
People are people. So what the question is what?
I mean, how is it the love child of New York City?
Oh, well, so New York City is wild.
I want it raw. I want it
crazy.
honest.
Right. New York City is wild and crazy and very little control and abandoned. Greenville was the opposite. Greenville was very conservative, very reserved, and the identity was definitely conservative.
Yeah.
So that is the juxtaposition between New York and Greenville gives birth to Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're definitely not conservative here. We're more of a open, free spirit, creative soul place. So, um, okay. So one thing I have noticed about you, Andre, is that
Uh-oh.
I have noticed this undeniable feeling of comfort. What am I going to say? Discussing, personal issues, any type of, anything that has to do with sensitive topics. Sometimes that we go to medical centers for. And I don't know how you do it, but you just give that aura of comfort. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And I would like to know, what are some of the really sensitive, I mean, you don't have to tell me specifics, but whatever you want to say. We're not a filtered network. So you can tell me whatever you want, actually. What are some of the sensitive things that you deal with, especially at iUVENTUS?
So the backbone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the backbone of my day job is erectile dysfunction.
What? It's such a no word, right?
Not really. Well,
yeah, not in Vegas anymore.
And not anywhere. Men's health is what I focus on by day, and I've brought to iUVENTUS Medical the beauty component that they didn't have. iUVENTUS Medical is very successful with hormone replacement and erectile dysfunction for men. I brought the whole women's side to the practice. So bioidentical hormones is not just about testosterone for men. It's about estrogen and progesterone and all of the hormones that encompass a human being.
So explain to someone who does not understand anything about this stuff. Because remember, when I came there, because we did some work with iUVENTUS, I knew nothing about this stuff. I'd never experienced. So it was educational for me. So someone who has no idea, that, or maybe someone that does have an idea and doesn't want to talk about it, is afraid to talk about it. Like what is ED? Explain.
So our bodies change as we get older.
Yeah.
Men and women. Women go through menopause and men go through andropause.
Okay.
That leads to sexual dysfunction for men and for women. So in a woman's world, if we call it menopause or the bitchies.
Right. Yeah.
And in the men's world, it's erectile dysfunction and low energy fatigue.
Okay.
And I have solutions for men and for women.
Okay.
So
it's a safe place, basically.
I'm a safe person.
You are.
I'm a safe person. I have a lot of information about a lot of sensitive topics.
Okay.
And I want my patients to be most comfortable with me.
You definitely do that.
Thanks. That's a high compliment.
It is. It's true.
For me, it's a high compliment.
It's true. And that's why, you're still my friend, because I can tell you stuff. Yeah, no, but thank you. I wanted people to understand that because I feel like people don't know that, some people don't know there's a place that they can go and talk to someone about these things. So you can talk to people at iUVENTUS. And we can also share the website and the phone number too, if you'd like afterwards. So, also, I'm also, let's talk about women and aesthetics. Okay.
Okay.
I'm 40 years old. I'm saying it out loud.
Baby.
I'm a baby.
You're a baby.
I just turned 40 in August, and and I'm saying it loud and proud, and I'm okay with it. I feel good. I don't feel 40, that's for sure. But as we get older, we do have things go down instead of up. And I just want to know, what are some of the challenges that you face with women in talking to them about these things? Like for me, we're going to go over that later, but what are some of do some people go overboard?
Oh.
And why?
Well, yes, people go overboard. And you know what? It's not necessarily their fault. A lot of times it's the technician or the doctor.
Yeah.
So they tell us in medicine, we have to protect the patient from themselves.
Right.
Believe it or not.
Because they might end up going too much.
Well, people come in, they ask for stuff. And it's important that you listen to your doctor or your professional or your beauty consultant.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm fortunate. I'm all of the above.
Yeah.
You know, my beauty background weighs heavily on what I do from an aesthetic standpoint. I try not to let people go overboard.
Yeah.
So we talk, you know, it's funny. I'm used to doing radio with you. So, but this is telly. So, you know, we chase lines, fill this, fill this, fill this, fill this. This is a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem. And people only know what they know.
Mm-hmm.
But as a professional, you know, I know how to make a face move without making you look like an ape or overfilled. Is
there like a dysmorphia? I don't know if I'm saying the word correctly, but
that's a good word.
People have dysmorphia when they look at themselves, like after they want more.
Well, we only see the negative. So I always bring to the table, first, if we start from a place of perfection, you are perfect as you are.
Right.
We are perfect as we are created.
Mm-hmm.
We can improve on how we look, and we can go overboard if the person that's working on us allows us to. But there's always a place to put some filler without making you look weird.
Okay. That's a good one.
No, it's true.
Without making you look weird.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a look at some before and after pictures, because I want to talk about some of the things that you do and some of the things you've done and what you did. And let's look at one of them now. Okay. So how old is this woman?
62. This gal's 62, right? And she really doesn't look she doesn't look bad to begin with. She's perfect, but she can be more perfect.
Yeah. What did we
What
do
we
here?
talk about, well, we filled some flat spots around the eyes, and then we pulled the skin back with some Pdo Threads.
Okay, tell me what that is.
Polydioxanone. So Pdo stands for polydioxanone, and it is a thread product. It's the same thread that we sew wounds with, and they self-dissolve. So you don't have to have your stitches removed. You've heard of that.
So these threads go inside
the skin, and they attach to the inside of the skin, and then I can move the skin with those threads. So that's how we lightened up the lower half of her face.
Okay.
We got, we're live. We can talk. So we get improvement on these nasolabial folds without adding volume.
Okay.
That's really important, because usually we chase these lines and we fill them and fill them and fill them, and then we start to look puffy and ape-like. That's not what we
you're
have
saying
here.
Instead of putting filler inside it. Yeah.
Right. We really try not to fill from the mid-face down.
Okay.
We try to fill up in the picture frame, because that's how you get relief on these nasolabial folds. Look how much relief she got off of these grooves.
Wow.
Without any filler in the low face.
Her
filler was done up here around her eyes, and then her skin was reset with threads to create that V shape that we all want. And we talk about it, and the buzzword now in the industry is the V lift or V line or V shape.
Isn't it something that has been more, you're saying more popular now? Back in the day, it was a little bit different.
Yeah, because we had only soft fillers, so we filled lines in with soft filler.
Okay.
Which is great. Yes, sir.
Okay.
We filled in soft. We used soft filler to fill in lines. Now we have thicker fillers, so we can mimic bone. So when we mimic bone, we can create width at the cheekbone, which is what we want, and that gives us a lot of relief in the low face.
Don't people do that
soften
in the jawline too?
Yeah.
Oh wow, she looks amazing. I mean, you can't tell that she really. I mean, it's not obvious to me looking at the picture that she had work done.
No.
Like I don't notice that at all.
Right. Well, this is actually the same day.
I mean, you can tell. I'm not saying you can't tell from the before and after.
Right.
You can, but if I had seen the after, right, exactly.
That's the key.
It's natural.
You want your people to
look
refreshed, and you want people to say, "Wow, were you on vacation?"
Yeah.
As opposed to, "What did you do?"
Right. Okay, let's look at the next one. And how old is she?
She's in her 50s.
Okay.
Yeah, she's between 50 and 60.
Okay.
And she had a similar procedure. Again, no filler in the low face. But we took a lot of crepiness out of her skin just by resetting her skin.
Did you give her a peel?
No.
No. Okay.
No. She actually had some threading.
Okay.
And also filler. It's the same procedure because what we're shooting for is always oval or heart shape.
Okay.
So in order to make a heart, you need to create width in the cheekbone and the eye and make the chin look smaller, which is exactly what we did here.
All of this is done with the threading?
Yes, threading and filler.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's been filled in here, threaded here. It takes the weight off the lower face. It thins the chin out, and it creates either heart or oval, which is very appealing.
Had she done any work before?
She may have had some stuff done before, but this is the first time that I had worked on her.
Yeah.
And my approach, I feel, is different than many others because I don't fill in the low face. Because it makes the face heavy. It makes the face, if you project too far forward, you start to look like some of the celebrities that we call them pillow face. They look like they've created pillows in their cheeks. And when they over project their cheek, when they over project this, it makes your eyes fall back in your head.
Yeah. It's so interesting. Every little detail matters.
Well,
it's art, really.
So 100%.
Yeah.
It's art.
Right. Okay, next one. We have one more. Wow, this is incredibly different. How old is she?
62 also.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this is actually a personal friend of mine.
Okay.
So we've done a lot of filler work on her. And the goal is always to smooth the skin out.
Yeah.
Right. And her name is Rebecca. And she has a problem with fine lines around her mouth. And you have to be careful. And especially when you look at this particular face, you want to be careful not to put filler in the upper portion of the lip because it's already thick. Oh. And you can take some of that dimension away and make it look puffy. Yeah. And that doesn't look right.
Right.
That doesn't
Which is what it was like a little bit before.
Actually, no. What we try to do is work on her saddlebag. I call these saddlebags.
On the bottom.
On the bottom. So we got these pulled back by filling in the upper cheek and the ocular hollow.
And again, this was threading.
There was threads done here too, but more filler than threads on this one. And how we're resolving her lip lines is with chemical peel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you just brought me to something, to my next, to my transition. Speaking of chemical peels.
Thank you for showing my work, by the way.
Of course.
I really
Are you
appreciate
kidding me?
that.
Of course. That's why you're here. We want to show people how amazing you are. And we want to talk about the chemical peel.
Okay.
So I have not done really, I had my first facial when I was like in my 30s. Okay. And I don't know if it's just Middle Eastern. My mom's 65. She's never even had a facial in her life. And you've seen her. Her skin is
amazing.
Amazing. But it doesn't mean that, you shouldn't take care of stuff, right?
Prevention is the key. That's why the movement is to prejuvenation.
Right. So I had some prejuvenation.
You did?
And I had a chemical peel. And I was so scared. But my skin right now, because of it, feels so soft, like dewy. That's how it feels when I touch it. And you can tell the difference. I can anyway.
Well, I can. I haven't seen you since your peel, and you actually traveled the world. So you should be pretty dehydrated because flying is very dehydrating. And you're telling me that you feel dewy, and I'm telling you, your skin looks amazing.
Thank you.
I know what your skin looks like. And you don't have bad skin, but your skin looks pristine now.
Well, I experienced adult acne in my 30s. Okay. So I think that's what kind of made me think, let me go get a facial. I don't know. I didn't know what to do. I'd never had acne even as a teenager. So anyway, these things happen in the what did we call this?
Prejuvenation.
Prejuvenation. Right. So speaking of the chemical peel, I have a little video that I'd like to show about you giving me the peel. Okay.
I just did a dermaplane treatment, which is where we take it's stinging, right? It is a procedure where we take the top layer of skin off, And it's actually priming the skin for this kind of peel. And this is a tightening chemical peel. And some people peel from it, some people don't, but they always get a beautiful glow and they always get a nice tightening.
It is stinging a little bit right now, but beauty is pain.
And you're a baby, so
I am
if you're
a baby.
just saying it's stinging just a little bit, then
No, I am. I can't tolerate pain at all.
And I will say, Maral cannot tolerate pain at all.
I really can't. I'm such a baby. Like I'll have a cut and I'm like, ah. But yeah, that stung, man. But it was so worth it. It was worth every.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're also a nervous wreck about every little thing. I've come to know you a little bit personally, and you are a nervous wreck about every little thing.
Well, when it comes to, I take care of myself.
You do.
I have to. I'm 40 and I've learned how to balance the taking care of myself, and I realize how important it is to take care of my skin. It's super important.
If you take care of your skin will take care of you. So by doing chemical peeling now in your 40s, we're focusing on your fine lines and fine wrinkles because you really have nothing.
I'm not going to have any fine lines.
Right. Well, right. And you don't
Yeah.
because you've peeled away some of that old skin, which smooths those fine lines out. Those women that we showed that had that big work, that lifting, that pulling, that filling, they didn't do the prevention. So it's easier to prevent than it is to lift. I would rather peel the mess away and tighten it as we go than have to lift it up with a crane. And that's what we're doing with those women. I mean, and myself included. Listen, I'm working on my face since I'm 40.
Yeah.
And I'm 56 now. And I mean, the
You
things that
look
I have to
good.
do, thank you. And I wasn't compliment fishing, but my point is that, the skin is going to fall.
Right.
Time and gravity are not our friends. So if you do everything you can to prevent,
Right.
and peeling at 40 is the perfect for you.
The only time I do get lazy sometimes is when taking my makeup off at night. But I have my wipes.
Okay, that's fine.
I reach for them.
Yes, yeah. Biggest mistake you can do is sleep in your makeup.
I don't though. I don't. I always I do take it off. But there are moments where I'm like, ugh, I don't feel like it. But then I do it. But let's go over what you did for me. So people understand.
Okay. You had a really light chemical peel. It is a very aggressive chemical, but it's mixed down with some hydrogen peroxide.
Okay.
And it allows you to get the great benefit from the deep chemical peel without destroying the outer layer of the skin. It does produce a light peeling. And some people don't peel, which I indicated in the video, because they are already highly exfoliated. But you peeled and you did fine. Your skin really does look amazing.
Yeah.
What's great about this peel is that you can go out that same night because you're not fried and red.
Right.
You will dry and peel maybe 3 days later.
Yeah, that's what I had.
But a little moisturizer will manage that, and then a little makeup will take care of it.
You did the blade. Explain the
Microblade. So microblade is actually it's done with a scalpel, and we actually razor away the top layer of your skin. It doesn't hurt. It's really effective. It makes the skin very soft, and it takes the first layer of the skin off so that the peel it doesn't have to get through that first dead layer.
Right. And I'm really happy with the results. So
But you look amazing.
Thank
I
you.
really, I'm really pleased.
I
with
will
what
definitely see you again.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay, so okay, we got to cover this real quick. Okay, let's talk about celebrities.
Okay.
That's my favorite thing. I picked the Kardashians.
Okay.
Because they're Armenian and so am I.
Okay.
And I just went to Armenia.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
they don't really need work. That's how I see it. But I think I'm more curious what you're going to tell me that they had done.
Okay.
I think a lot of people just, we always see it online, the before and afters. And I'm just curious. And I'm not doing this to bash them in any way, shape, or form. I think to each his own. They're still beautiful no matter what. So let's look at Kim first. Okay. So she's already beautiful, as you can see. Before you tell me, I'm going to tell you what I think. It looks to me like she had a lot of chemical peels and she had took off that because in her before picture, her skin looks like she may have been acne prone. Am I right or wrong?
Maybe.
I feel like that was okay. So tell me what you think.
So
what do you think
I have not worked on these women.
I know.
So I'm just guessing.
I'm just
what I see, and then
we're
this
just
is
having
what
fun.
I see. Absolutely. So obviously there's been a nose shortening.
Shortening. What's
yeah,
that?
she had her nose repaired. She had the
Okay.
tip of her nose has been pushed up and the bridge has been refined. She had a beautiful nose to begin with.
I know.
What they've done is they've taken the ethnic out of her look and made her more, pasteurized, homogenized, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like an Armenian girl anymore. She looks like, I don't know, more American, and there's nothing wrong with that. But she definitely had her nose repaired. She might have had a little filler in her lips. She may have had a little bit of filler around her eyes. She's had her brows bladed or worked on. She has a great makeup artist.
Right.
And she's had some minor procedures, but nothing big. What they've done is they've taken the standard of beauty and they've exercised that on her. So they shortened her nose, which then made the distance between her top lip and the bottom of her nose a little bit longer. So she's created, it's the thirds. You work in thirds.
Right.
Forehead should represent 1/3 of the face. Mid-face is 1/3. And then chin, lip complex is 1/3. The tip of the nose and the tip of the chin should be on the same plane.
So everything is proportioned.
So they have worked on her proportions. And you can do that with filler. And you can do that with nasal sculpting. You can do that with lip filler to move the height of the lip. You can move the corners of the mouth with filler. You can widen the cheeks with filler. You can straighten the jaw with filler. I mean, there's millions of things you can do. All they did, really, she is a beautiful woman already. They shortened her nose. They made her top lip a little bit taller.
That's so interesting. I would have never saw it that way if you didn't explain it to me that way.
Right.
So I think her nose looked beautiful before. I think both of them look really nice. But are you saying that it wasn't like, so basically this is not, if you had to proportion it out, it wouldn't, or measure it out.
She's really, she doesn't have enough distance between her upper lip and the bottom of her nose. So she looks kind of pinched together.
Okay.
This is area. So it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing.
I see.
By the standard, but that's not for everybody.
Right.
You know, that's not for everyone.
Right.
You know, I don't know what else really has been done.
Let's look at the second picture. We have one more of her. Okay, so this is more of a profile.
Right now, look at the difference blurry, in the nose. No. But see, her nose, nose tip falls down. Here it's been bobbed off. That's fine and pushed up.
Bobbed off.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what it's done. And, you know, I don't think she had too much bridge work. I think she had more tip work, and that's fine. She looks gorgeous
I see
both ways. But you know what? This is more ethnic. This is more non-ethnic. This is more, I don't know, it's Americana, and that is maybe more Eastern European.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's my people. You know, where I'm Eastern European, and we have big schnozzes. and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. I know. I got that little bump. I got the baby bump. It's really little, but I got it.
I got you. You know?
Okay.
And they're young women also. So they're already starting from tight. So we're not lifting. There's nothing to push.
Right.
All we're doing is perfecting.
Right. Okay, let's look at Kylie. This is a big difference. I always thought she was cute no matter what anyway, but I don't know. Like, when I look at this picture, I see work, but I don't know what you tell me. What do you see?
Lips.
Mostly lips.
Lips. Everything else about her face is exactly the same.
That's what I was thinking too when I was looking at this.
The lip, really, I mean, she didn't even have no work on her nose, but she didn't need it.
Yeah, her hairline, like the proportions are the same, no?
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. I'm not no expert.
No. Her proportions are the same. The only thing that changed here is her lip.
Yeah,
I mean, she has no lips there. She has lips like me, nothing. And then here they're plumped up.
But she's the one that's been criticized to having the most work done. So it's so interesting to hear that.
Because she looks so different.
Yeah.
But, you know, a great makeup artist has a lot to do with it, number one. Number two, you know, her skin tone is totally different here, which just simply means she's spray tan.
Yeah, right. She has freckles in the first one,
You know, which is, you know, I love the little freckled look, but most people who have freckles don't like it.
Yeah, of course. We don't want what we have most of the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know, and I think they've all had work in the booty.
Yeah, okay.
There's nothing natural about that. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Armenian women are usually voluptuous.
That's fine, but
and you know they got some.
Badonkadonk.
Get it from our mama. And so I guess it fits the criteria of what it would. Yeah, but we don't know. So, well, I mean, we covered a lot today. What I do want you to do real quick is tell us how people can reach you.
Okay, so I'm available at iUVENTUS Medical. We have two locations, one in the east and one in the west. We're at 3365 East Flamingo Road, and we're also at 4966 South Rainbow Boulevard.
Okay.
Simply to make an appointment, you need to call 702-457-3888. We can also be reached online or on the web at iUVENTUSmedicalcenter.com.
Okay. And let's spell that. How do you spell iUVENTUS?
Yeah, it's iUVENTUS.
Got it. Tell the phone number one more time, just in case.
702-457-3888.
457-3888, 702 area code. I have to mention one more thing.
Sure.
You know that I was in Armenia. I did my last episode about Armenia when I was in Lebanon. And so I want to talk to everybody who's watching and listening today about an Indiegogo campaign that I want everyone, whoever can or whoever has the time, to check it out at least. It's the first dog shelter in Armenia, and it's called Dingo Team. I actually, if you didn't get to see the episode, go to episode 5 and you can hear me talking about it. Armand, who's a very dear friend of mine who lives in Las Vegas, generously bought land that's 3 times bigger than the one that they were paying rent for. They had over 100 dogs at this facility and they were having trouble paying the rent. So now they don't have that problem anymore because of my very good friend. But they still need help. They need help with equipment. They're trying to make all of these little like areas where the dog's going to. They need help with supplies. So that's really what the Indiegogo campaign is for. And all you have to do is go on the website at Indiegogo and search Dingo, DINGO shelter. And the site will come up and you can watch the video and donate if you'd like. Well, that wraps up my show. I want to say thank you to you.
Thank you, Maral.
Thank you for being a good friend. Thank you for making me beautiful. Thank you for coming to the show. And yeah, we're going to do more stuff. So you guys got to follow me on my social media to see, what else I'm going to do, how dewy my skin is going to look in the future. Go to Maral Vegas. That's all my social media panel, for my Instagram, my Facebook, MARALVEGAS. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email me at maral@vegasvideonetwork.com. Also, be sure to tell your friends that the Maral Vegas show can be found in any of the following places: iTunes, Roku, YouTube. It's a mouthful. So Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Google Play, Twitter, Facebook, any RSS reader, and of course, the Vegas Video Network. And thank you again. Oh, on the VegasVideoNetwork.com. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
Of course.